Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. This time we're all about Ikigai, that wonderful Japanese concept that kind of means a reason for being.
Yeah, it's a good one.
We're exploring a set of 10 rules all about finding and cultivating your own personal Ikigai.
10 rules might sound like ugh, a lot to take in.
I know, right? But honestly, it's more like a really cool framework for thinking about life. Like how to make it more fulfilling.
Exactly. A framework, not like a strict to-do list.
And there are some seriously fascinating ideas here, like, get this, walking slowly can actually help you go further in life. Who knew?
Counterintuitive, right.
Totally. We're also going to talk about the link between clean water and taking care of our bodies.
Ooh, yes, that's a beautiful one.
And then there's this idea that happiness kind of accumulates like a treasure.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
But before we get too deep into the rules, did you give us a little background on Ikigai? Like, what exactly is it, and why is it so important in Japanese culture?
Sure thing. So Ikigai is really woven into the fabric of Japanese life. It's not just some trendy buzzword. It's like for many Japanese people, it's a way of life, a philosophy.
It's like people actually live by it.
Absolutely. It's like imagine a whole society where people are like encouraged to find joy in everyday things.
And not just like, the big exciting stuff.
Right. The little things too, and purpose. It's not just tied to work. It's
Yeah.
woven into everything they do.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So it's more than just finding a job you love.
Way more. Like it's about finding this sweet spot, right? Where your passion, your mission, your profession, and your vocation, all that stuff, it all comes together.
So it's like that feeling of, this is what I was meant to do.
Totally. But here's the thing, it's not limited to just your career. It can be in your hobbies, your relationships, even how you like approach chores.
Wow, so it can really be anything.
Anything that brings you joy and a sense of purpose.
Okay, so how do these 10 rules help us, actually uncover our Ikigai? The first one really grabbed me. Live passionately and never give up on what you love. I mean, it sounds so simple,
But
but
it's powerful. It's
yeah.
like a reminder, to figure out what truly lights you up inside. What are you passionate about? And then don't let those things go.
Don't give up on them.
Exactly. And sometimes, those passions, they might seem small or unimportant at first, but Ikigai is all about pursuing them with everything you've got.
Yeah, go all in.
Because even something that seems ordinary can be full of meaning if it's something you truly love.
It's about finding that spark, that joy in everyday things. And that totally ties into the second rule, right? About embracing slowness,
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
especially these days when everything's so fast-paced. I mean, can slowing down actually lead to, like, more happiness? What do you think?
I think it definitely can. We're always told that being busy equals being productive.
Oh, tell me about it.
But Ikigai challenges that whole idea. That rule, walk slowly and you'll go further. That's about reminding us to take our time.
To really savor each moment.
Yes. And appreciate the simple things. Like imagine if we weren't always rushing around.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Right. We'd have time to connect with nature, with people, with ourselves,
Yeah.
That's the world Ikigai wants us to create.
It's a beautiful vision.
It is.
Now, the third rule is all about staying active and never retiring.
Mm.
But it seems like it's not just about, like, physical activity, right? What's the deeper message there?
To me, it's about always learning and growing.
Never stop learning.
Never stop. Ikigai wants us to stay curious, explore new things, and always contribute to the world around us, no matter how old we are.
So retirement isn't really a thing in this philosophy.
Not in the traditional sense. You see, retirement can sometimes make people feel, well, stagnant. And Ikigai is all about the opposite of that. It's saying our purpose doesn't just disappear when we reach a certain age.
It's a lifelong journey.
Exactly.
Which leads us to rule number 4, surround yourself with good friends. I feel like that's so important these days when everyone's so isolated.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're social creatures,
They
right?
need each other.
We do. We need those meaningful connections. Good friends, they bring support, laughter, shared experiences.
They make life richer, don't they?
They really do. And Ikigai knows that. It understands that our relationships are a huge part of finding our reason for being.
And sometimes those relationships push us to be our best, too. Rule number 5 is all about taking care of our health for next year's birthday. And I love how they compare our bodies to a river that needs clean water to flow.
Isn't that such a great image? Our bodies are so complex, like they need care and attention. Just like a river needs to flow freely to stay healthy, we need good food, movement, rest.
So self-care is important.
It's essential. Ikigai is telling us that taking care of ourselves isn't selfish. It's an act of love and respect for
It's
ourselves.
like we're setting ourselves up for a longer, more fulfilling life.
You got it. And then we get to rule number 6. Smiling creates happiness. It's so cool how something so simple can have such a big impact.
I know.
A smile, it's contagious, it brightens everyone's day, even our own.
It's like an instant mood booster.
Totally. And Ikigai knows that. It encourages us to spread positivity, cultivate gratitude, and find joy in the little things.
A smile is a pretty powerful tool when you think about it.
It is.
It's a small action with big ripple effects. And speaking of connection, rule number 7 is about reconnecting with nature. Something we all probably need a little more of these days, right?
It's so easy to forget about nature when we're surrounded by technology all the time.
For sure.
But spending time in nature, it's proven to reduce stress, improve mood, boost creativity.
I can definitely feel that when I'm outdoors.
Me too. It's
Yeah.
grounding. It connects us to something bigger than ourselves.
It reminds us of the beauty around us.
Exactly. Ikigai wants us to find those moments of peace and quiet amidst the chaos of life.
It's all about balance. Rule number 8 is an interesting one. Give thanks. But it feels like it goes beyond just saying thank you, doesn't it?
It does. It's about really cultivating gratitude for everything in our lives, big and small. Being grateful has been linked to greater happiness and well-being.
So focusing on the good things.
Yes. Shifting our mindset from what we're missing to what we already have. Ikigai reminds us to appreciate the people around us, the opportunities we get, the everyday joys.
It's a powerful shift in perspective. Okay, so rule number 9, live in the present moment. This one really hit home for me. It's so easy to get stuck in the past or worry about the future.
It is. But Ikigai is all about being here now.
How do we, actually do that, cultivate a greater sense of presence?
Mindfulness practices can help a lot. Meditation, or even just taking a few deep breaths.
That's a good reminder.
It is. And Ikigai encourages us to let go of what we can't control, to just focus on this moment right here.
Savoring each moment.
Exactly.
And finally, we arrive at rule number 10. Find your Ikigai. It feels like this one brings all the other rules together.
It does. It's like the culmination of everything we've talked about. It's about putting those principles into practice, taking action.
So it's not enough to just know the rules. We have to
Yeah.
live them.
It's a call to action, to explore your passions, embrace your purpose, live a meaningful life. And remember, Ikigai isn't something you just stumble upon one day. It's a journey, a process of discovery.
So to everyone listening, don't wait for Ikigai to magically find you.
Go out and find it.
Explore your interests, connect with people, slow down, take care of yourselves. The journey is just as important as the destination.
Didn't said it better myself.
And who knows? Maybe you'll discover that walking slowly really does get you further in life.
Maybe it does.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Ikigai.
It's been a pleasure. Until next time.